Hello everyone, I'm Gweakles and welcome to the Style Challenge. Now you'll notice that I am doing this digitally. That is because I'm trying to practice on my digital artwork, and so we're going to be zooming this up just a lot because it's a long process. I'm also only going to do a couple style options as this takes a long time and I want to keep my videos short and sweet. But anyways, I've always wanted to do this challenge and it was a lot of fun. It was obviously tasking because I had to do it digitally, but that was the whole point of trying to overcome, I've been practicing a lot of digital lately, just trying to draw in just automatically digitally instead of trying to draw traditionally and then draw over it. And it is a different feel even if I am drawing right on my surface, whether it be my iPad or my Huion Kamvas. But yeah, so anyways, so that's my style that I've got going on so far. It doesn't really like it, but whatever. So I just carry that on over and put it to a lower opacity so I can keep consistency. But one of my favorite and most influential styles that I grew up with, as you can probably guess, is Tim Burton. And this is one of my favorite, if not the favorite style that I drew in. I've debated being a skeleton, but anyways, so yeah, this one was my favorite one to do. I actually really liked sketching everything out more than I did cleaning it up, just because I felt like I could be more loose. And that goes for all of the pictures. But yeah, so the first one was my style. The next one was Burton. And then another influential style from my childhood that I'm going to make the canvas bigger for so I could fit these. I decided to stack them instead of make them really long, just to make it easier for posting purposes later. But again, I copied that over and then I'm just going to erase just a little bit. Just gonna erase it, not to copy, but just so I have a general feel for what it's supposed to look like initially, and then go over that. But my favorite anime growing up was Dragon Ball Z, and I still love it very dearly. I'm waiting until like Dragon Ball Super can come out completely before I just go ahead and watch it, because I just want to sit and binge and then you guys are never gonna see me again. But pretty simplistic style, but still one of my favorite animes ever, and this was a whole lot of fun to sketch. I think the sketching part of this was just my favorite, and I think as far as digital goes, the sketching part, I just like really sketching digitally. Probably because I haven't really comfortably figured out how I want to color things yet. But yeah, anyways. And then the last style I'll be doing is, of course, Disney. You can probably obviously tell that my style probably resembles a lot of Disney things, although how shall I say this? The style that really jumps out of all of the ones that I chose and were most influential to me and are my favorites is probably because everybody has big eyes. And I, as a person, have big eyes. And I just always end up drawing with everyone with really big eyes. So, yeah. Surprisingly enough, the Disney one was pretty hard to try and copy because, how do I explain this? Like, you know how like Disney has like that style where that all the movies that Disney does are Disney movies, but like, Pocahontas had its own style, and then even like The Little Mermaid and Aladdin, and just like the classical Disney style, they have like their certain styles and stuff, but you can still tell they're Disney except now. Okay, so I put my sketch on another layer and I lowered it to go do my line art. And I'm using, dropped something. And I'm using pencils, brushes to do my line art because I really like them. And I used a thinner one here, which you'll see later I'll go back over because I really don't like I've tried making my stuff with really thin lines before, and this is really funny because I love people's work that's just so clean and beautiful, but then when I try and do that myself, I don't like it. So I went in with this really thin brush and I was like, this is not me. So I will go back over later and make other lines a little bit thicker. Whoops, sorry for that little dizzy thing there. But I got a bigger brush for this. And then of course I'm like moving at the speed of lightning because, you know, Tim Burton style for life, kind of like my thing. But anyways, yeah, so then I realized I'm like, oh, this is flowing way nicer. I should just stick to what I like and use the bigger brush. Even though it may not be clean, it's what I like, and you know what I mean? Like, you gotta embrace you. Just because everyone else is making like clean artwork, be like, okay, so my lines are messy. I like leaving my sketch underneath all my stuff. That's part of who I am. But also want to keep in mind like matching the style that you're drawing. Even though I used a pencil for everything because I liked it, but I was like, as long as I keep it clean enough, and you can clearly, obviously tell. Yeah, in anime, they like to put their eyebrows on top of everything, so I could get away with that there. If I was a Dragon Ball Z character, though, I would want some way different hair color. I would want a different hair color in real life right now. I want, like, some pastel goodness, if you know what I'm saying. But since I went and dyed my hair black, that's kind of like a pipe dream right now. And even though I love my hair black, of course, as soon as you have something, you want something else. But yeah, the sketching part was just so fun, and my least favorite part was coloring, probably because I haven't really figured out how I want to color things digitally yet. So I made the background. Oh, something was happening with my brush. I didn't realize that I had it on multiply like a stupid, even though I never set it to multiply, but whatever. I put it over like a very muted purple, just so you're not looking at the white and nothing looks, oh, how shall I say, it's not intimidating to me. Kind of just like how I sketch with a colored pencil, but like when you sit in front of a canvas, things are bound to, you know, be a little more, you know, scary if you're just looking at white. And it's also easier to tell the true colors when it's on top of like a darker color or a neutral color. But yeah, I did a lot of experimenting and just try to be really loose with my coloring and not try to worry so much about it, even though I'm like not 100% solid. As you notice, like with any digital art that I've posted, like my coloring hasn't been really consistent. Like I'm still experimenting with like painterly stuff, and then like light blush colors and cell shading, and then just kind of doing whatever with the whole painterly process gig. But yeah, this was not my favorite part. And then obviously from staring at it so long, I'm like, gosh, I know I can draw so much better than this, but because it's digital and I'm still getting used to it. I even did a warm-up before I did this. But yeah, I like to have colored lines whenever I can, so I changed that up to hopefully, because I think in a lot of my digital pieces, I colored my line art if I could to keep everything consistent, and then I always put white over to show where certain pieces overlap. And then of course the Burton thing, I went for a way darker, way more paler. I'm pretty pale in real life. That's a generous blush that I gave myself, but Yeah, so I paled myself out a little bit, tried to give myself some blue and purple undertones to be a little bit less fleshy. But yeah, I would definitely love to rock the temper and look too, because, ooh, love it, love it. I had fun coloring that, obviously. I really think, like, you gotta find, like, what your favorite, you gotta learn how to incorporate, like, your favorite things into your struggles, because then you have more fun with it and then it's easier to learn. So, like, when I wasn't coloring myself in my own style and I was coloring in the other styles, I had more fun experimenting, because I didn't feel like there was a whole lot of pressure to be like, oh, well, this is my style, so, like, it has to be good, you know? Like, they already had a developed sense of style, so I could kind of approach it like how I wanted. Like, obviously Dragon Ball Z is the very straight edged cell shading, and then Disney does soft cell shading. Disney does soft cell shading. Say that 10 times fast. But yeah, but I think I had more fun, obviously, coloring everything else. But it was a great experience, and I didn't do a whole lot. I'm sorry if you're disappointed that I didn't do as much. Yeah, I gave myself obviously brighter lips and a brighter flower, but I had so much fun doing this, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching me as I enjoyed learning it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel. I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye!